Greetings, creators. I hope all is well. Today, I am sharing with you one of my new beloved tarot decks, and this is no other than the Tazama African Tarot. As you can tell from that velvet box, it's a very exquisite tarot deck. It is the most expensive deck that I have purchased. It comes in this hard case that's really nice to store the cards in. I wouldn't mind storing my deck in this case. I normally don't like to store my decks in a box. It seems a little cold. But Tazama African Tarot is a wonderful crafted collage art that embodies African ancestry through historical images. Tazama means to see in Swahili. The publisher of this art is Abusia Pa. The words stand for good family or family unity in Fanti, a language spoken in central, southern, and western regions of Ghana. Emphasizing our family unit by focusing on representation in art, Abusia Pa is a brand that will go forth making beautiful things, focusing on the representation of African and diaspora families. One of the aspects that I enjoy about tarot the most is delving to the different archetypes. And that means that we must have more diversity in culture, in ethnicities around the world to really delve into the nature of humankind as a whole. The deck comes with a very nice hardcover book with gold foiling, gives you a little more in-depth information on each card. It's definitely worth having. The packaging of this deck, all black, satin velvet, is very classy. Details with this deck definitely sets it apart. It's almost as if it's a collector's item. It is definitely a vibe of its own. So let's get down to the good part. The Tazama African Tarot. Look deeper beyond the fictions of matter. See a multitude of possibilities and realities that dance within the infinite folds of time, where the drums of our ancestors beat like mandrika hearts, swords crossed like the Moors' scritumars, above ancient Barcuba cups that runneth over, with prosperity and Creole spades that unearth the truth of our past, the steps of our present, and the vision of our illustrious future. Tazama. Now, as you can see, these cards are so beautifully colored. I don't even know if this camera is picking up on the beauty of the cards. The back of the cards are lovely. They are in this African print, a very simple, clean African print in gold foil. Back and front are just amazing. This is a collage deck. I've never really been into collage decks before, but this one is done with such artistry. My son does collage artistry, and he's made me appreciate the art of collage. Now, this deck is wonderfully done. The gold foiling, the colors are so vibrant. So you definitely get a feeling from the cards, which makes them easy to read. The gold foiling on the cards. Each person depicted on the cards have the enlightened, illuminated shield behind their head. The energy from these cards definitely give an ancestral wisdom, a very warm, encompassing understanding. And that's what, to me, make these cards easy to read and easy to connect with. The cards are color-coded. We have orange for the swords, green for the wands, a beautiful coral for the pentacles, and the cups are blue. The major arcana are just a mixture of beautiful, vibrant colors. Now, the color-coded can make it easier when you're reading to decipher what type of energies you're working with from that particular aspect. The Tazama African Tarot is based on the Rider-Waite-Smith system. So if you're familiar with that system, these will be very easy to read with and follow along with. In the little black book that accompanies the cards, they go into detail on some of the historic events that led to the depictions on the card. Look at the star card. I really like this card. The color, the stars, it's a beauty to look at and work with. The artwork is very simple, but yet it gives you just enough detail that it will invoke a feeling, which to me makes it easier to interpret the card for the situation that you're reading for. Now, the hand of the cards, they feel so smooth, and you can feel the quality within the card stock. It's very soft, very smooth. As you're handling the cards, they feel like they are of quality. This is the most luxurious deck that I have in my collection. The only downfall maybe is that they are so pretty and so elegant that I have been a little apprehensive about carrying them around town with me, afraid I'm going to spill something on them or handle them a little bit different. So they have been put up in their special case. Here is a quick flip through of the cups in this beautiful, vibrant blue. And to add more elegance, they are gilded in this wonderful gold color. It's like a shimmery glitter gold. It's not a garish gold, but just enough again to add even more elegance and sophistication. And another reason why I think it's important for different people to have different representations, especially when it's made from someone within that culture, they are a little bit more sensitive to the features, to the hair textures, to the diversity within the culture. And this deck definitely fulfills that criteria. It's not like you just take a blanket picture and then just color it in dark without any changes within the features and the hair texture and bone structure. That makes it appear that you've actually put some thought within the characters that you are building. Queen of Swords. We're moving into the Pentacles with the coral background, very vibrant. The coral was a different color chosen for the Pentacles. You would probably think the Pentacles would be in a earthly tone, but the coral is a nice pop. Again, that's why I enjoy looking at different artists and seeing their interpretation within different aspects of the deck. The coral actually adds an uplifting vibe to the Pentacles. Finale, we have the Wands, which is depicted in this nice mint green. Again, you would assume that it will be depicted in red or some other fiery color, and maybe the Pentacles would have been green, but I like this switch up. It makes your mind think, and it's actually very soothing. It's the Wands are fiery and about action, but this green lends a softness to that action. And again, that's why it's important to have different variations within the system. It breaks our mind up. It gets us to think in case we get too stuck in things that may be as we think they should be, or just because they've always been that way. If you're in the market for an ancestral deck that's full of healing energy, sophistication, class, elegance, I would definitely recommend that you pick up the Tazama African Tarot. You won't regret adding it to your collection.